And we are live. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties today, but hopefully they'll be solved by tomorrow. I'm gonna order something right now. To my iPhone will not connect to my computer in my Delaware house to do this video, so I'm doing it from the iPhone, and I look like a potato right now. Looks like a terrible,
I thought
terrible
iPhones were
green screen effect.
fantastic.
No, I have no idea why you think that, but whatever. Let me just.
Everybody tells me that because I don't use an iPhone.
I've never said that. And what the hell? Now I looks like I'm
Casper the
or
Friendly
something.
Ghost. So
I have
guilty.
no
All right,
idea
let's
what
end the
that.
stream.
Yeah. So Hunter Biden is guilty. Of
Guilty, guilty, and guilty.
you know what? I'm just gonna remove this. Do it with the green screen. That's fine. Whatever.
I
Um.
I never would have thought. And don't get me wrong. Personally, I have a little bit of glee in this, and that's unprofessional of me. But
Because
I
it hurts
just
all our rights.
didn't think he was going to be found guilty. Now, I guess
I figured he
we,
was.
as gun guys, I mean, the case seemed pretty good, but I mean, if it was a New York jury for Trump, it would have swung the other way. Um, as a gun guy, I don't believe you need a permission slip to buy a firearm. Let's get that out of the way. And there was an article, what was it, Wall Street Journal or New York Times article mentioning you, Crump, yesterday?
Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
All
spoke to
right.
the Wall
So
Street Journal. I thought it was a good article.
yeah, it was behind a paywall, so I couldn't read it.
I can send you I will send you a PDF of it.
Yep. Thank you.
But it was
So
definitely a good article.
what are the charges Hunter is guilty of?
4473.
So it's lying on a 4473. Anything else? Is it just one charge or multiple charges?
Yeah, well, let me go ahead and bring up the thing right here because he is found guilty on lying on a 4473,
This
which
isn't a felony.
This is a felony.
A felony? The president's son is a felon?
Yes.
That's awful.
Yeah, so I want to say that the Trump campaign have already responded, calling the real crime, the Biden crime family, and stuff like that. So Hunter Biden and his attorneys were huddled for like 7 minutes after the trial. Joe Biden was there when he was found guilty.
Joe Biden was there?
Jill Biden.
Jill. Oh, okay, Jill. Okay, yeah, because I would have thought even though it's his dad, it would have been inappropriate for the president to be there because you would consider that as influencing the court. So, as much as I'd like to fault Joe Biden, Hunter Biden in many things, you can't fault him for that because that would have been considered inappropriate.
So he was found guilty on all charges. There's 3 charges, and he was found guilty on all of them. 2 of the counts he can go to carry. 2 of the counts he can get 10 years per account, and the third account is a 5-year. He was guilty on being in possession of a gun while using narcotics for 73. and stuff like that. So he is found guilty. They are expected to appeal. And I don't think this is justice. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Hunter Biden. I don't like Hunter Biden. I don't like his dad, but I still don't. We got to go back to text, tradition, and history, right?
Yeah, and I think I isn't Joe Biden doing some anti-gun rally, something meeting today? I think there's something
Today,
going on.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, in DC.
Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. So sucks for them. And like I said earlier, if you guys are just tuning in, I don't think the Second Amendment says I need a permission slip from mommy government to purchase a tool that I should lawfully own, because the Second Amendment tells the federal government you can make no laws regarding this. And guess what the federal government does? I one of the
We have a
viewers.
live update. So Joe Biden has already said that he will not pardon his son.
Well, he said that last week. I
Well, he just said it
I
again.
really, I kind of find that hard to believe. I kind of
Yes.
thought he was, priming the pump by saying, I'm not going to pardon my son before the before the innocent verdict comes in. And I figured he was just hedging his bets, hoping that his son would be found innocent. I,
I mean, they had him
I,
dead to rights. I don't agree with it, but they
they
did have him
did.
dead to rights.
Let's just throw this out there. None of us, Crump, myself, Dark, none of us agree that the 4473 is lawful. That we completely disagree on this with the 4473. Uh, I guess the next question is I'm assuming they won't put him in jail, that they're going to file an appeal and they'll allow for him to stay out on bond or ROR for
Of course they are.
now. But what would they typically, when you file an appeal, you can't just appeal because you don't like the decision. That's what all of us commoners think. You have to appeal because something went wrong in the case, like the judge didn't allow certain evidence in, or allowed certain evidence in, or gave a
No,
faulty.
they can say that they can appeal on a constitutional basis too.
Yeah, they could say
So
Bruin decision and 4473s are bad. So will
or they can
GOA?
or yeah, I'm
Well,
sure that there will be some filed not only by GOA but by others as well.
isn't that an interesting turn of events? So GOA might file paperwork in favor of.
I have no idea.
Okay, okay.
I have no idea, but I could see that happening.
So
So, but we'll have to wait and see.
if any of us now, I'm assuming they said, hey, sentencing will be in 30, 60, 90 days, something like that.
But I don't know what the sentencing date is quite yet, but it
Hmm.
doesn't really matter. It's gonna change. Whatever your original date is, it's it's never that day. We've seen that multiple times,
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha. Yep, yep.
So
Yeah,
it's never
they'll
gonna
they'll
be that
push that
day.
out.
Yeah, they always do. They always do. They always push it out. It's never ever that 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 date that they always do. What's gonna happen is they will assign a day, and then what will happen is one of the attorneys will say, "Oh, I can't make." Then it will get changed, or I got another trial, or so it just goes back and forth. But yeah, so we'll see what happen. Either way, I don't see him serving any jail time.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening, and it's not like, because one, it doesn't serve anybody's political goals. It's not like throwing Trump in jail that would serve political goals. Um, it but it is just kind of sweet that his father is doing an anti-gun thing today. His son gets found guilty today.
Yeah, on a gun charge.
Yes, yeah.
But overall, it's going. He's not going to serve any jail time. He's going to get special treatments. And even if he does, he'll get special treatments in jail as well.
Indeed, indeed.
But I don't. He will never ever see the inside of a jail cell. I might be wrong on that, but I just don't see it.
In when you think about it, the 4473. When did the 4473 become a thing? Was that
During the, it's been around for a while. In
isn't that
fact, and
1987?
that you're thinking of next.
Oh, Knicks.
Remember
Because
remember in Red Dawn, bring me the
uh-huh.
4473s. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Oh yes, yes, yes. Because then they wanted to see who had firearms during the original Red Dawn movie, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why the 4473 is unconstitutional. You know, here, I want to.
So you're going to get us copyright stricken, is what you're saying?
It's fair use.
Tenemos tanques de Yankees que vienen por el piano. Hemos perdido casi toda la visión de noche y solo quedan algunos proyectiles ATM que disparan de noche. Pongan sus mejores hombres en grupos de cazadores, armados con RPG. Mantengan 100 metros entre cada grupo. Carguen trincheras y esperen hasta que ellos estén bien cerca. Tienen que saber de dónde les atacan. Luego convierten hacia ellos. Y quiero algunos antiaéreos aquí. Espera. Esto es obvio.
I see.
Da, idite sportivnia, i robocia dikite, i principimini, los nas definiator, sono concettini servizi. Giorni avevo i cartonetti, i nei pugna.
Oh, there you go.
Hmm. So, what was the movie Red Dawn using Russians as a metaphor? Is that, just gun
For our
grabbing
government.
people? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah. So basically, I just wanted to say Hunter Biden was found guilty of all charges, all three charges. He is facing up to 25 years in prison, 10 years for each of the first two accounts, on the 4473 being having a firearm while being on narcotics. And he, in each of those charges, also carry a potential of $250,000 fine. So yeah, I mean, I honestly was hoping that he would be found innocent or not guilty because
Okay.
I just don't believe in the law. Even if you don't like a guy, you can't root for an unjust law just because you don't like a guy, because that can be used against you. It can be used against me. It can be used against
Yeah,
anyone out
yeah.
there.
I agree with that. You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't gloat a little on the inside, but yes.
Yeah, so we have to keep everything in perspective. And that's perspective is that the law is unjust, it is unconstitutional, and we should not want anyone to be prosecuted under unjust law. Yeah, GCA went into effect in 1968. So there you go.
So 1968 is when you had to get a background check to get a gun?
Yeah, you had to fill out a 4473.
And hand it in, and that was it? There was no nicks?
Yeah, NICS didn't come into effect until 1988.
Wow. So before 1968, you could have ordered a Thompson submachine gun from the Sears catalog and had it delivered to your house.
No,
No?
before 1934 you could do that.
1934. Okay. 34. In 68, you could have just had, you know, an
A
AR-15
rifle.
delivered to your house. Yeah.
Correct.
Not full auto.
Correct.
The
So yeah,
pleasure of the federal government.
they would do it. Biden says he won't pardon Hunter Biden, but I guarantee you, on the last day of his presidency, if he's not killed over
Yes.
because he's like 90,000 years old, he'll pardon Hunter Biden if he can remember his name on the last day of his presidency. Hopefully, that will be by this time next year. Hopefully, he'll be gone, but we'll see. But yeah. So with that, I think we're gonna get out of here.
Yep. I got to go to an appointment.
And yeah, just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that Hunter Biden was found guilty, and he's looking at a lot of time in prison. But I doubt he will see
A
a
minute.
day in a day in prison. And with that, we are out of here. So I'll see you later. I gotta go figure out what the hell's going on with my thing. No more showers for Joe Biden.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.